Umineko. We are so back to Umineko.
Umineko.
Umineko. Why were you looking at the camera and just like doing your sad like?
Because you turned off your camera.
Ah, I see. Yes, sorry. I had to take away your ability to see me so that everyone could see me.
Not fair. Hate
It's
this
fucked up.
life.
It's fucked up. On the one
Why would
hand,
they do
George
this?
is dead. On the other hand,
Yay!
Shannon is dead.
No.
After Genji finished taking his late night meal, he went out to do the nighttime rounds inside the mansion. By the way, I'm really just like I said it before stream. I'm really digging this just like nice rain ambiance. It's so cozy. Like I feel like I'm like I want to get like a cup of tea or some hot chocolate. I'm just like,
Mm-hmm. I agree.
yeah.
I
He
love
reheated the
ASMR.
he reheated the soup that Goda had started making and ate some random leftovers from the refrigerator. He's just like me. He's
He's
just like
munchy.
me. He's just like me for real. Hey, Dagger!
Me
It's a good thing I'm not invested
dagger.
in Slay the Spire, or I wouldn't be here. That's fair. Slay the Spire is neat, but I think it's better to play it than watch it.
Hmm.
If that makes any sense. Not that I'm saying that you
Okay.
shouldn't support Mel. Mel's great. Uh,
How dare you say that we're the second choice?
no, it's
Die!
no, it's fine. Thank you again for the sub. I appreciate it. They were all things Goda had made himself, and were of course delicious. Let me just make sure that the audio is coming through for this.
Hmm.
I don't know if it's just that the rain is so quiet. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna do a sound test real
I
quick.
did notice that the rain is pretty quiet. Well, the
Oh,
sound
okay.
effects sounded pretty normal.
Okay, well that's coming through Discord at least. Is it coming through anything on this? Okay, yeah, we're good. I saw the meter move. It
Hmm.
seems like a game. It seems like a game that's more fun to play than watch. It is. A lot of like roguelike card games are like that. But I'm glad that like Mel is kind of branching out and exploring stuff. And I'm glad that she is finally entering very firmly her card games era.
Hmm.
He had half-heartedly gone to ask Rose and the others what they would do for dinner, but he had been yelled at by a voice telling them that they had canned food, so they were fine. The door wasn't even open for him. That's so like I get what's happened, but like just the idea of
So rude.
Going like, "Hey, do you guys want anything for dinner?" And they're like, "Fuck off! We got canned food. Get out of here!" And he's just like, "Oh, okay, goodbye." I had to get her to play those PS2 Yu-Gi-Oh games. Well, I mean, obviously, like if any of them get suggested, it's got to be that one where it's like the what is it like that the 100 Years War, but it's all Yu-Gi-Oh characters.
What?
Oh yeah, or maybe it was like the French War of the Roses or something along those lines. It's one of those. It's like a historical French conflict that's been like used in a lot of like folklore and is like really romanticized. But all the characters are Yu-Gi-Oh characters, and they play dual monsters to do battles.
Mm.
It's very cool. It's a very cool game, actually. Anyways, but then just like, but I'm just picturing Gendo, or sorry, Goda, just like, okay, goodbye. He's just like walking off down the hallway, like real sad. Just how like Lion King is just Shakespeare stuff with lions. Yeah, kind of like that. Although to be fair, they're doing more with the actual like kind of adaptation of the material than like Lion King is, or like they're more like on the nose about it than Lion King is, I guess.
Hmm.
So ironically, it was the servant Genji who was able to eat more of the delicious meal.
Hell yeah, Genji wins.
Genji wins, except he lost because he feels bad. Wow. But even though all these crimes had been committed, many people had already met a brutal end. Why was it that Genji wasn't afraid to do the rounds all by himself? Judging by his appearances, he carried out his normal tasks without traces of fear, as though everything was normal. You might think that all of the horrible events that had happened today were just like a dream or an illusion. Was he taking a philosophic view, or was it simply resignation? Genji must have considered it a virtue to systematically carry out his duty until the last moment, since the fate that awaited him was unavoidable. It'd probably be eternally impossible to perceive the depths of his heart unless he had told of it himself. That guy, that Goda guy, he's a real mystery. He's an enigma.
Genji?
Goda. I can't say Goda's name tonight. I think I've done Genji. I've done Gendo. I've done like 4 names that aren't Goda. It's fucked
Goda is
up.
the butt chin one.
Yeah. No. Genji. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, I'm losing my mind. Oh, it's over for me. I don't know what's going on anymore. My brain is... Maybe I shouldn't have streamed tonight. Oh, well. Because he had given the master key back to Rosa, the places he could go were extremely limited. All he could do was walk around the hallways, checking to make sure that the windows were closed. So I was able to go around that route far more quickly than usual. Goda's motherfucking dead. McFucking dead. Yeah, is he? Give me 1 second, I'm checking characters. Yeah, Goda and his fucking weird ass chin still kicking. Welcome, Maria. Happy Halloween. See, didn't I tell you? Belly's full of candy. At the very end, she got to be with the person she loved. She must have been happy. Everyone's got a belly that's filled with sweet dreams. Belly can never be full of disgusting things. That's why we want to be simple and sweet, like candy. So this dreamland is for you. Happy Halloween. Hey, Liger, what's up? Died in the servant room, his throat slit by a sharp blade or something similar, but this alone isn't enough. There is no corpse, but he is dead. The witch declared it in red, so even without a corpse, his death is incontrovertible. Died in the servant room, her throat slit by a sharp blade or something similar. Finishing touches yet to come. Well, that's sinister. Huh?
I don't.
Wow. Sorry, Genji, you're fucking dead. After the sound of the moderate knock, Auntie Rosa, who'd been falling into a doze shortly before, jumped and woke up. Pointing the barrel of the gun at the door, she yelled,
Hey, Liger.
"Who is it?" I was napping on a sofa. That voice had also brought me back to reality. It is Genji. Do you have some business? We'll be fine without opening the door. Tell us from there. Yes. Well then, forgive me for speaking in this fashion. I found the bodies of Dr. Nanja and Kumasawa.
Nanja.
Nanjo...
No, Kumasawa,
What'd you
no!
say? We already knew they were dead. It's not like this is new information for us. Let's see.
Kumasawa, no!
Alright, let's go and check them. Till I see the corpses, I won't believe anyone. Battler, you gotta get that gun away from her at some point. You really, like, listen, I get that you're still kind of a kid. You are far more qualified to be using that gun right now. Be holding on to that gun right now. It's alright, Battler. If you're with me, it'll definitely be alright. Oh yeah, I forgot that Battler's kind of like broken right now. Maybe my face was shadowed with anxiety. Maria grasped my hand with her small hand and spoke softly, trying to give me courage. It was Auntie Rosa's job to ready the gun and stand guard, and called to me to remove the barricade of sofas. Man, he's got to do all sorts of shit. I started Dungeon Meshi. Good, that's a really good series. I like that a lot. What are your thoughts so far? When I finished, I took a backwards glance at Auntie Rosa, who was pointing the barrel of the gun over my shoulder, and opened the door. Where are their corpses? In the courtyard. I shall guide you. Battler-kun, wait! Just in case, I'm gonna check the doors and windows of this room before we go. Wait a sec. Auntie Rosa called me to a halt to prevent me from going on ahead and began to carefully check the locks on each of the windows. Those locks had already been checked once. It felt kind of unpleasant, as though she suspected that I might have secretly unlocked them when she wasn't looking. Maybe she was right to be this cautious. No, she's paranoid. She's a paranoid, batshit, insane conspiracy theorist who's going to get somebody killed. Who probably has gotten people killed before, actually. I think I am Shenshi. Oh, my friend had told... my friend had me start Dun Meshi a couple weeks back. Neat. Even though it was called a courtyard, it wasn't really a pretty place you could take a walk in like the Rose Guard. On the contrary, since it was surrounded by the mansion on all sides, it made you feel a little discomfort, as though it was telling you that you couldn't escape from the mansion, even if you tried to escape to the outside. On the other hand, thanks to that, even though the violent winds could be heard, the wind itself was blocked. Genji-san held out an umbrella, but Auntie Rosa ignored him. She probably wanted to say that the gun took 2 hands, so taking the umbrella would be dangerous, because she wouldn't be able to fire the gun. Even without Genji-san pointing his finger, we could tell immediately. Right in the center of the courtyard, we could see where Dr. Nanjo and Kumasawa-san lay. Auntie Rosa entered the courtyard without even an umbrella, so Genji and I also entered the courtyard without opening one. Well, listen, Battler, your aunt's crazy. You don't have to suffer. Only Maria had opened one like normal. She's just like, you guys are freaks.
Yeah. She's like,
Maria.
I'm not getting wet.
It's this, you know.
おー、第7の
It's the 7th Twilight, and the 8th Twilight. I see. Certainly, just as Genji-san and the others had said, these are horrible wounds on their necks. Very sharp. Almost as though they've been sliced with a katana or something. That gaping wound on their necks definitely made me want to avert my eyes. But after seeing the Halloween party in the chapel, even though I thought it was horrible, it was no longer enough to make me feel sick. I mean, yeah, I guess that does work. Instead, our gazes were directed to their legs, in Dr. Nanjo's knee, and Kumasawa-san's ankle, driven into each of them with something like a knife or a stake with a demonic decoration. It would surely be the same as the ones that had pierced Jessica's back. What is this?
これは何なの？ジェシカちゃんの
It's the same as Jessica-chan. Is this the cannibalism route? Nah. No, the Halloween party was like more fucked up than that. Like, basically what it was is like everyone was sitting around a table filled with like sweet treats and whatever and like Halloween candies. But like I don't know if it was the way they described it almost made it sound like they had been stuffed full of Halloween candy until their stomachs burst open.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Not pleasant. It was pretty fucked. It was a pretty fucked way to go.
Mm-hmm.
何か
Is this supposed to be some kind of occult ritual, I wonder? Do not know. The last time I saw their bodies, there was nothing like this. Maybe it was done after they were carried out of the server. Oh. Excuse me. Man, should have been me. I don't know, man. I don't know about that. The one that had been stuck into Dr. Nanjo's knee was still standing erect. Maybe. Good on the doctor. Good on the doctor. He's still vigorous even to his old age. But the one that had been thrust into Kumasawa. Yeah, I mean, bodies have reactions. But the one that had been thrust into Kumasawa-san's ankle might have been a little shallower. It had come out and fallen over. So it was only after I saw the one had fallen over that for the first time I realized that it wasn't a knife, but something like a stake. This is just regular murder. I mean, Liger, I don't really think we can call most of what's happened in this route so far regular. You know? There's been anime sword fights with beam sabers, with magic beam swords coming out of people's hands. I don't necessarily know how to parse this, but they're kind of like, maybe there's a mundane explanation for this. Oh, there's been a fair amount of magic murder. There's been at least 3 or 4 instances.
Murder, baby.
I don't think we've seen a murder that hasn't been magic, if we're going to be completely honest.
Beatrice likes to hear that.
I gotta give it to her. It's pretty convincing. I mean, listen, I like to think that I'm pretty set in my ways every once in a while, but I'm no battler. Its full length was probably about 30 centimeters. It was probably made out of bronze or iron or something of the sort. Even without touching it, I could tell that it had some weight to it. It was comprised of a grip and a cone-shaped part. It was obviously made to be a piercing weapon. Maybe you could describe it as a miniature version of those lances Western knights used on horseback. The grooves that had been carved from a spiral shape also made it look like a drill. However, the grip had an occult-like design of a demon or something. So, instead of a weapon used in war, it felt like something that would be used in a ritual to offer up a sacrifice. There's no mistake. They're meant to be sacrifices.
第7の番に
On the 7th Twilight, gouge the knee and kill.
第8の
On
番
the
に
8th Twilight, gouge the leg and kill. what is it? Like, it's 10 Twilights, right? Or is it 12? Here, give me 1 second.
Let me think. I think
Epitaph.
there's like 17.
10 Twilight,
18
the journey.
characters.
10th Twilight, the journey ends, and you shall reach the home of gold. Okay, gotcha. I just remember that there's... Wait, what the fuck is Grimoire?
Hmm?
Oh, this is just like explaining Japanese phrases.
Yeah. It's your little encyclopedia.
Wow. The 12th Twilight of Christmas. That's when you gouge the Santa and kill.
On the 12th night of Christmas.
My true love gave to me all of my family's corpses lined up in a row.
And a steak gouge in my knee.
Wait, then they left out the 4th, 5th, and 6th Twilights. Don't tell me. That's right. Why is Genji-san alone? If something like this had happened, why wouldn't George Aniki, Goda-san, or Shannon-chan be here? Why was Genji-san alone? What is this? Where did George Kun and the other two go? They told me they wanted to go to Madame Natsuki's room to search for something and left. They have not yet returned. Which episode is this? This is episode 2.
Episode 2.
Yes, we just got to the 8th Twilight. They just found Goda and Kumasawa-san's bodies. This is a first-time playthrough for me. Eddie, my co-host here, say hi, Eddie.
Hey.
She has seen this before. She has played this game before.
Yep.
What'd you say?
Safe for me to watch.
You say they left. When was that? 2 or 3 hours ago, I believe. Does this contain spoilers for Disco Elysium? Surprisingly enough, yes, it does. You would not believe it. No, we're good, You're good, Hemply. How are you doing?
Hey, Emily.
No way. I think the last time I stopped by here might have been an FF10 replay. Wow, that was a while ago.
Damn. Well, welcome back.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to see you again. Well, why didn't you say something that important? Wait, no, why did you think that was suspicious? There must always be one servant awaiting orders. Does this game have clues for the end of One Piece? I've heard rumors. It turns out the One Piece was just like 3 or 4 copies of Umineko in a box. Went to see a theater play about cats with my parents yesterday. Not that Cats. Ooh, was it fun?
Oh, good.
It was my duty to wait for orders until they returned. Was Genji-san really this much of a robot? This is bad. This is bad. It's really bad. Like, I love how Battler's, like, coming to the conclusion that, like, ah, fuck, the rest of the people are dead. Rosa is absolutely going to shoot Genji. It was experimental, and I'm not sure I enjoyed it much, but I got better towards the end. Well, that's always nice. Hey, Disco Elysium actually stole plot beats for beat Umineko. Sorry, Hemply.
Hey, human.
Hey, human. Saw the movie Flow recently, which is about a cat hanging out with Saw. Incredible. Kind of about the mystical, magical, mythological role of cats in history. Well, that sounds kind of interesting. I do admit that I could see that getting a little bit kind of out there, though. Hey, thank you for the sub, Ham. Umineko is clearly based on post-Soviet Estonia. That's clearly, I mean, obviously. I mean, if you're not picking that up, I mean, what, we even having the same conversations here? The fact that Dr. Nanjo and Kumasawa-san had been killed in this way meant that the 3 people had already been killed. We ran toward Natsuki's room with a touch of anxiety and just as much resignation. Before we even saw the inside of Aunt Natsuki's room, we were imprisoned by a certain resignation. That door was bizarre graffiti. No, filth? Snake that had eaten the moon and the cat that had eaten the snake, and the climax of the cat vomiting the snakes, and the moon could come back, and then they projected what looked like an image of the from inside the womb, inside the moon. Yeah, that means standard stuff. That seems pretty, like, you know, beat for beat, you know, what you expect about a cat musical.
Yeah, I guess.
In any case, the door wasn't in a normal state. We were able to imagine what was inside the room without opening it. On the face of this door, should I say it? Somebody had heavily painted their hands with the same red paint the magic circles from before had been drawn with. and it banged on the door, it scratched it, dirtied it. It was dirty like the aftermath of a kindergartner playing in the mud. I didn't know what it could mean. The bright red paint that had been slathered on it was dripping down, and even though no one said it, it made us think of blood. Oh, bless you, Eddie.
Thank you.
I just, like...
Sorry.
I'm just sitting here and I'm like... Is this like a censorship thing? Are they having to constantly say, it's like blood, but it's not blood. It's definitely not blood, even though, for all intents and purposes, it is blood.
I don't know. I'm
I don't know.
cold.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Sweater.
Yeah, let's go.
開けてください
Genji-san, please open it. Auntie Rosa held up the gun high and ordered Genji-san to open it. Genji-san approached the door without being particularly troubled by that stuff on it and turned the knob. But he immediately turned around, shaking his head. It was locked. Right now, there was only one other person in this mansion who could lock and unlock doors at will, Auntie Rosa. This time, Genji-san asked Auntie Rosa to unlock the door instead of the other way around. After making a slightly disgruntled face, Auntie Rosa handed me a master key and told me to open the door. Patrick, would you open it for me with this? Just trusting Genji-san with something like that wouldn't. Auntie Rosa glared at me with an intense gaze. She said, if you don't do this, she's like, if you don't do this, you're fucking, you're catching this next bullet. Bucket loads of what looked like blood were gushing from the wound in his abdomen. It was weird how all of his blood had been replaced by red paint. It's not pink colored, so it's not blood, I guess. If I remember correctly, Danganronpa had to recolor her blood to get a specific rating. Yeah. No, that was why it had like that really distinctive pink blood. It was like a censorship thing. Just so they could get like the rating without, you know. Hello. Welcome back, babe. Are you all bundled up now?
Yes.
Auntie Rosa glared at me with an intense gaze. Getting into a fight here would only make the environment turn even more sour. Oh, I mean, they definitely turned it into a stylistic thing, but I think the impetus for it was like a censorship thing. Without talking back anymore, I approached that creepy door and tried the knob. It didn't open. It was definitely the resistance of the lock. I stuck the master key into the keyhole, clunk, a light resistance. While listening to Auntie Rosa, she told me to be cautious. I opened the door without being particularly cautious at all.
Good for him.
What a fucking battler line. And there was...
I know.
And there was the scene laid out for before us, not betraying our expectations in the slightest. I'm irresponsible with money. Thank you for the bits, Hempely. I'm sure this 10 cents will not be a source of financial ruin for you.
Yay! Thank you, Hempely.
Thank you. Censorship can lead to really good workaround by the artist. Well, I mean, it's that whole thing of like, whatever your limitations are, that becomes your style. That's where like stylization really shines. Like that's why you have all this stuff about like, you know, when like indie devs are making like retro games based on a specific era, they're always like relying on what were at the time limitations to become the defining art style of that like era. You know? It was I'd say for years to buy the cat's necessary food. I hope you use it well. I'm gonna fucking buy cat. I'm gonna buy fucking cat food for you if that's the case. Fuck, goddamn. Have you seen
Just gonna buy the cat food and he's gonna eat it in front of you, Hempely.
I'm gonna eat it in front of you. I'm gonna eat it in front of your cats. Metal Slug had milk blood as well. Fucking masterpiece of an episode. Well, yeah, like, I mean, there's, like, Daggers talking about that, like, Robin's parents' death scene, like, and, like, how it kind of, like, ambiguous it is, and, like, how they have to portray it a little bit more poetically. There's this scene, and this is gonna be a little bit of a pull, but there's this scene in Sonic X where Maria, the little girl, is getting shot, and they're talking, and like it's like one of those things where like they're talking to the guard who did it, and he's recounting the story. And what ends up happening with it is like the U.S. version is censored, whereas like the Japanese version, like you see the gun go off, and like like it cuts and like there's like a scene of like her falling or whatever, where like with the American version, it doesn't even show the gun being pulled. It just cuts from like this really tense scene where she's threatening to like he's threatening to shoot this child if she doesn't like back away from the control panel. And then she pulls like the lever, and then it cuts straight to the back to the guy talking instead of like showing that scene. And he's just like, you know, she was just a little girl. Like I didn't have a choice. But I've thought about that every single day for the rest of my life, or something along those lines. And it always struck me as like a way better like version of that scene. I don't know.
No, talking about the new Sonic movie. 'Cause I still
Yeah,
didn't see it.
Eddie still has
I'm
to see it. So no more of that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Was that the joke for the Dan blood mouth bit? I wouldn't be super shocked if that was the case. Anyways, back to a grisly murder scene. Was the scene laid out before us, not betraying our expectations in the slightest. How horrible. Oh. As I thought, it was a reproduction of the 4th, 5th, and 6th Twilight. Wait, did they get Goda? I don't remember them having gotten Goda.
I don't remember. It's been a while. Sorry.
Yeah, because like Goda isn't even dead on the he's dead on the character sheet now. He wasn't dead on the character sheet just a little bit ago. So we are just now finding about it.
I think until Battler finds the body.
Oh, wait a second. No, he died early on because like he went down while like George and like Shannon were like fighting or whatever. He was like trying to hold them off or whatever. Never mind. It seems like the Dangan blood is a purely stylistic choice, by the way. This is from an interview with the Dangan writer. If you try to make a horror game, you're not going to beat Dead Space, so why try? Rather than that, why not create your own genre? I call it psychopop. And if it's your own genre, there's no one to compete against. You're automatically at the top. The idea of psychopop is that things are gruesome and horrific. There's this pop twist to it, the visual flair. The reason why Danganronpa's blood isn't red is because of the psychopop itself. No, it's all good. You see, the thing about it is, Kodaka is absolutely the type of guy who he has this, like, the studio tells him, like, hey, you need to have no red blood in order to get, like, this rating. And then he comes up with this elaborate justification that involves inventing a new genre to, like, justify it, and then, like, make that, like, a central part of it.
It's cool.
Like, that's also, like, listen, I'm not saying I don't believe the man when he's saying this, but I think that there was also a restriction, you know?
Mm-hmm.
When there's so much of stabbing and stuff. Well, I mean, listen, Japan's, like, weird about blood. There's, like, a lot of, like, there's a few Asian countries that are, like, very weird about blood and, like, sort of, like, I know, like, China in specifically is, like, very weird about skeletons because of, like, cultural practices about bones and such. But regardless, it's wild when anime has so much blood. I think it's, like, specifically for games.
Censorship is different for different types of media.
Wow. Ooh. The inside of the room looked as though a robber had just broken in. Drawers were flung open, pulled out, with their contents thrown all over the floor. The room devastated, so that it looked nothing like the room but methodical and Natsuhi. The thing that caught the eye before that was Goda-san's body lying face down right in front of the door. One of those demon stakes ran right into the center of his chest, almost as though it had been struck there to finish off the vampire. Exactly how far would it have reached after being stuck that deeply to his chest? My own chest hurt just imagining it. Doubts the chest was the 5th Twilight? Yeah, the blood is canonically red in Dangan. It's just perceived, as perceived by the characters. It's just shown as pink to the viewers. And that's one of the things that, like, makes me think that this is a censorship thing. This is them skirting around a very particular restriction that games have. It was in the classroom on the 3rd floor, I think. It paints the walls, but it's so dry and old that they didn't bother making it pink. Yeah, it was like a brown, like that kind of like muddy brown that like blood gets when it dries. Ooh. Maria grabbed my hand. Her expression looked just like normal. But maybe she really was afraid of the aura in this room where the 3 bodies lay. And along the wall, farthest in the room, Georgianki was dead. This time, one of those sticksmen ran right into the center of his stomach. Gouging the stomach was the 6th twilight, I think. Shannon Chan's body was face down over the front of the dresser, lying in a sea of blood. Well, okay, maybe it isn't a censorship choice, because, like, there's clearly blood all over this floor. And I don't think you're gonna tell me that's pain. I don't know. Whatever. Maybe I don't know shit. Who knows? In its horribly broken mirror, sprayed with blood, had she seen her finely worldly expression? Because she was face down, I couldn't see her face, but I could imagine, even without seeing it. Nearby, in the sea of blood she lay in, a demon stake had fallen, and only the 4th twilight was left. Gouged the head and killed. Maybe my heart was completely tired out and dead. Even though I knew what I was doing was wrong, I lifted her head to check. Confirmed that my guess was right on the mark. We're gonna do a CG of her fucking head? No, of course not. There was a gaping hole in Shannon Chan's forehead, and her insides were dripping out. Not only that, you could even see inside her. After seeing that, I finally noticed that what I was doing was wrong. I immediately averted my eyes, but by now it was probably pointless. Rosa! There's a CG of Rosa being like, "What the fuck are you doing? Get away from her!"
Yeah, it is kind of funny.
We have to leave everything alone until the police come. What do you think you're doing, touching it? What do we do if our precious evidence from the crime scene gets disturbed? I think you should give me the gun, Auntie Rosa.
Auntie Rosa, give me the gun.
Auntie Rosa, you're fucking crazy. Give me the gun so you don't shoot us all. Auntie Rosa yelled furiously at me and even yanked the back of my collar. I tottered limply and fell on my butt and gazed dimly up at the ceiling. Maria. Now even the 8th twilight is over. What was the 9th twilight again? On the 9th twilight, the witch revives, and none shall be left alive. That's not true. Wait a second. I guess we are down to 4, huh?
Shit happens fast.
The 9th twilight, the witch revives, and none shall be left alive. Okay, yeah. 10th twilight. So yeah, we're technically done with the murders.
Dang.
I see.
We're already at the end, huh? Cool.
Now, the Golden Witch Beatrice will be revived. What then? On the final 10th twilight. On the 10th twilight, the journey ends and you shall reach the home of the gold. Very soon, the door to the Golden Land will be open. I think there's only like 4 Twilight movies. Yeah, listen, don't worry. This is in the past, so they're predicting future sequels that didn't happen just because the financials didn't work out. Very soon.
What team do you think Maria
revives.
was on?
What?
What Twilight team do you think Maria was on?
Oh, definitely Edward. For sure, Edward.
Yeah,
The
I
witch
think
revives, and none shall be left alive, you say. Meanwhile, Battler is absolutely Team Jacob. No doubt in my mind. We're going to die? It was a sacrificial ritual over now. Our journey will end and we can make it to the Golden Land. Our journey. Yeah, right? We spent the whole day trying to find the culprit, racking our brains as we tried to break out of this situation. We haven't gotten anywhere. It's like how they say, thinking stupid is no better than sleeping. That is a good... I like that, actually. Thinking stupid is no better than sleeping. If you're gonna be a dipshit, you might as well go to bed.
Yeah.
That's right, we spent the whole day burning ourselves up with hatred and paranoia. And it's all your fault, Rosa! We said we could only trust dead people who came all the way up here to check out their dead faces. If we're like this, how can you say we make it to the Golden Land? Maybe I should go to bed. Aw, human. That's
Human,
right.
Are you okay?
If
Are you
nothing can be
thinking
solved,
stupid right now?
nothing could be solved. It would have been much better if we had locked ourselves up the whole time without thinking at all. Grandfather was the wisest of us. He's been shut up in his room since yesterday without any contact with anyone. That would have been fine. Grandfather was the most correct. It'll be alright, Battler. It's a joke because I'm dumb. Ah, don't you worry about it. You're not dumb, human. If you're with me, it'll be alright. Witches are very fickle and terrifying beings who maybe kill humans for fun sometimes. But if you're together with me, it'll definitely be alright. So don't be afraid. Thank you. Even if it's just to comfort me, it makes me happy. After Auntie Rosa finished investigating their deaths, she proclaimed that she would seal this room again. Chased the rest of us out, stole back the master key she had lent me, and locked the door again. It seemed that George Aniki had been holding the original key to Aunt Natsuki's room. She had also collected that. Wait a second. She had all the master keys in her hand. If the original keys had been shut up inside that room, wasn't this another locked room? So this is a fourth locked room? Yeah, listen, Beatrice has one trick. Beatrice has one move.
Yeah.
It's a really good move, though.
It's been working so far.
Now that we had been released from our suspicion of those three, we once again returned to the parlor. I don't have a clue what's going on anymore. If only the dead are safe and everyone alive is a wolf, then all that's left is me, Auntie Rosa, Maria, and Genchi-san. Of those, Grandfather and that 19th person, the guest I hadn't even sensed, Beatrice. 13 people had died and 6 were left. It's so fucking crazy that Beatrice and, like, Battler never interacted at all.
I know.
That's fucked. They know
really
we want it
blueball
so...
you.
They know you want it so bad.
Exactly. I know. It's so funny, though.
Her specific power is to create locked room mysteries. At this point, if you told me that, I wouldn't even bat an eyelash. I'd be like, yeah, of course. I think my least favorite moment of censorship is when Whitebeard got his half face blown off by a cannonball. The enemy just clips his mustache a bit. You know. Listen, close shaves are close shaves. 13 people had died and 6 were left. With only 6 people, how would the wolves and the sheep puzzle end? Even though the puzzle, which had 19 people in it, had been reduced to a mere 6, I couldn't find any answer. Rose is going to shoot Genji. Because she's stupid. We returned to the parlor. I felt a little anxious that, while we were gone, a creepy magic circle or something might have been drawn in the door to the parlor, but thankfully there was none. Thank you, Genji-san. This is far enough. Please rest for the day. Certainly. And if you will allow me to rest. Hey, Auntie Rosa, are you saying you'll leave Genji-san all alone in a situation like this? You're right. I do think that it's very dangerous. But in that case, why is he safe? After those 3 headed to Natsuhime-san's room, but he was alone the whole time. And yet he's safe. It's the wolves and sheep puzzle. Why would an isolated sheep, a sheep in its weakest position, be safe? Girl, you're fucking stupid. Probably because, by coincidence, there weren't any wolves. So who's doing the killing? Beatrice. Beatrice is doing the killings. Wrong. Because it wasn't a sheep. Are you saying Genji-san's a wolf? He said that he was alone in the kitchen, but that's impossible to prove. The only ones who could have carried Dr. Nanjo and Kumasawa-san's corpses and could have killed George and Shannon and the rest were him and Beatrice, right? Wait, with that argument, anyone... Battler-sama, thank you for your concern. I believe trust will not be one with 100 excuses, but with a single unending faithfulness. Even if I'm not able to gain your trust, I wish to be faithful until the end. Genji-san. And it's settled. If you are truly innocent, the police will prove that for us when they come tomorrow. So until then, we cannot remove you from suspicion. Your long years of service to the Yushiromiya family, I find it truly painful to treat you so poorly. Yet you keep doing it! Yet you keep doing it over and over and over again, resulting in the deaths of everyone else! God damn you!
Curious, isn't it?
Like, it's getting to the point where I'm like, is the next chapter going to be Ava's the one who's alive, and then she gets the gun, and then she decides that everyone, yeah, like, man, like it's getting to the point where I'm like, the only thing that could ever actually shock me, and like what I feel is coming just because like it's clearly the case, is that Ava gets the gun and she's actually like the most reasonable and like the most like willing to trust other people somehow, which is like the biggest subversion you could possibly imagine. Completely out of character, out of left field. Get gouged, loser.
Get gouged, loser.
But please understand for tonight. Then when tomorrow comes, please make me make up with you again. I just like want Genshin to be like, nah, bitch, I quit. Fuck you. He would never do it, which is what makes him Genji. But like part of me is like, come the fuck on, man. Let me make up with you again. Fuck you. Genji-san gave his head a small shake.
I think Natsuki said something exactly the same thing, actually, to him.
Mm-hmm. Whether today or tomorrow. It's all good. I will continue to be a servant of the Yushiromiya family. If you have any business, please say so at any time. Then, if you'll excuse me. After hearing all that, there was nothing left to say. Genji-san bowed deeply and left down the hall.
Goodbye.
He would kill himself before quitting. Yeah. And we entered the room. Even though Auntie Rosa still had all the master keys herself, she began another thorough check of the inside of the parlor. She opened the curtains, checked again to make sure the windows were locked. So I watched. How should I say it? I felt like I felt like it didn't really matter before. If I said anything unnecessary, it would turn into another fight. For a while, I gazed at her from the corridor, figured I had just waited about long enough, then entered the parlor behind her. She can't trust anyone but the dead. She should just go around killing everyone with the gun she's got in her hand.
Damn.
Yeah, I've been feeling this line building up for a long time. Like, ever since she got the gun, really. And in the end, she'll realize that she herself was the wolf. That goes hard. That line goes hard. And then she can blast through the head of the final wolf. The curtain will close in this insane murder theater. God, Batley, you're fucking spitting. Fucking just fucking kill everyone already, you crazy bitch. Then put a bullet in your own brain. As I thought that bitterly, I returned to the sofa where I had been encamped before and rudely rested both my feet on the table. I was about to when I found something there and stopped my feet. I love how it's like, somehow Rosa missed this. Right there, it's almost as if though it was addressed to me. It was a Western envelope. It was that envelope from before with the seal of the one-winged angel. One-winged eagle, excuse me. And it was unopened.
Wow.
No, it's a Final Fantasy VII thing. Don't worry about it. I got brain rot. I hear one-winged and I immediately finish it with angel. The fuck makes it Western? Like, as opposed to like an Eastern style envelope, which is like a more like thin, like long thing for use with like kanji and stuff like that, because it goes top to bottom.
Oh yeah. I guess the fold would be vertical instead of horizontal.
Yep. That's the difference. I've done a lot of research for my D&D campaign set in Tokyo. Could you possibly believe it?
Yes, because I heard about it every day.
I'm sorry. It was from Sephiroth and it said Aerith died. And then I'm like, no, that game's not coming out for another couple of years. What do you mean? Ah! And it was an open. Wait. What is this? Wait, who put it in a place like this? I had been sitting here the whole time until I went with everyone to check the corpses, and there hadn't been anything. When I returned, it was here. It's alright. There was no problem with the locks on the windows. This room is safe. I heard Rosa muttering that. Wait. We had made sure this room was safe when we exited it. We had checked the windows were all perfectly locked. We locked it, come back, and the windows were still locked. Then wait, who had put this letter here and how? I opened the letter. 2 pieces of stationery came out. The first page had a magic circle drawn on it, something like blood. Not blood, but like it. If I asked Maria, she'd probably know what it meant. And it was writing on the other page. Hey! Are you making progress solving the riddle of the epitaph? Very soon you'll run flat out of time. The ninth twilight will start very soon. There was no mistake. It was a letter from Beatrice. Ooh? Bachelor, what is that? Ah, right. When I came here just now, it was just placed here. What happened, Maria? Huh? Battler took that letter. She's going to shoot Battler.
Yeah, it's so fucking over for his ass, for real.
Wait, it was just placed here. Why? Even though we properly checked to make sure this room was closed. Like Philemona's watching or some shit. There's, well, I mean, like, even the butterfly motif is like Beatrice's, so that's like a pretty accurate thing. This is very much like she is just fucking with him at this point. Why? Rose is like, you're the wolf. Bam. Maria, come here. Yeah! Maria, come here. Maria closed. Auntie Rosa closed her eyes just a little after silently thinking something told Maria to come. Well, there you go, Battler. You're getting your wish. She's gonna kill everyone and then herself. Maria obeyed her mother's words, and then she did something. And then, as she did, something unbelievable happened. Auntie Rosa pointed the barrel of that gun at me. I have concluded that you are a wolf. You're fucking insane! Fucking blow your brains out, you stupid fucking bitch! Not at all! She is so fucking gone, dude! This song slaps really hard, though.
It does. God bless Umineko music.
Dude, Rosa, you... The most unbelievable fucking moron that has ever existed. You are brain dead, lady. What? Why? When I came into the room just now, I saw that there was nothing at all on the table. And I know that Maria did not approach that table. It was for a short time, but the only one who approached that table and claimed to have found the letter is you. How can you... Wait, that's all screwed up! Why would I put something like this here? Wait, I just found something suspicious and reported it, right? Why are you suspecting me? Because only you could have set that letter there! That's right. This is all a charade. You pulled an envelope from your pocket and acted as though you had just found it. To create the illusion that the witch had entered a locked room, set down a letter and left. It's getting like really fucking cold in here for some reason. Give me 2 seconds. I want to check my windows and like everything real quick. I know I haven't opened them, but I just want to see if there's like a draft.
Go, Rosa, go check all the windows and doors.
Yeah, good. All right, well, fuck it. I guess I'm just freezing. Beto broke his windows. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Leave the windows unlocked for me, though. I mean, I always do, Lager. Come on. All right. To create the illusion that the witch had entered a locked room, set down a letter and left. You dumbass! Are you thinking like that again? Because of something like that, you're going to suspect me. Cut that out! My family has been killed! Why would I, of all people, take part in the culprit scheme? Yes, even under the assumption that you receive a large amount of money, I don't want to believe a demon exists who would sell their own parents. Weren't you fucking talking about, like, man, I hope my dad dies really soon so I can get his money? Like, every single one of you was like, you know, if I was alone with him in a room with a knife, I mean, hey, who knows what happens? It's 9 degrees Fahrenheit where I live tonight. Yeah, it's gonna be like -7 here. It's not great.
wonder
But
how cool
maybe
it is.
he does. No, that's a bad way to say it. What if, in your eyes, Battler-kun, Rudolph Nissan, and Kyrie-san weren't your parents? Are we finally gonna learn Battler's backstory for what happened to his fucking mom? What? What? Think about what you're saying! Dad is dad. I'm sure I'm not related to Kyrie-san by blood, but she's like a big sister to me. Don't you dare say otherwise, you bastard! Maria's like, you're losing it, dog. Stop it! Stop saying ooh! She's gonna shoot Maria. She's gonna shoot Maria first.
She might. Girl, you're
I'm sorry. That was a bad way to say it. Oh, she's completely fucking snapped.
Yep. She's gone.
Of course, Ushiromiya Battler-kun might be Rudolph Nissan's child. But are you really Battler-kun, the son of Rudolph Nissan? Are you saying he's fainted? Oh, you're so gone, lady!
Awesome.
Just kill yourself!
This is amazing.
How are you so like, how are you going to justify that Maria did it after all of this goes through and then shoot her? Because that's where this goes. Bastard. Hey, Battler, do you know what Rose is thinking? No, I missed the stream. We'll catch up later. Thank you, Video Tree. The VOD should be up if you're looking to get into that.
Yeah.
Hasn't seen him in 6 years, accuses Battler of being an imposter among us. God damn it. What the hell are you talking about? If I'm not Battler, then who the else do I look like? I love how he's just finally just like, I'm fucking done. I'm so fucking done with your bullshit, you goddamn stupid bitch.
Yep.
All of us, including Rudolph Nissan, reunited with you after a 6-year gap. No one can prove that you really are Ushiromiya Battler, right? Maybe you aren't really Ushiromiya Battler, but someone who snuck in, trying to skillfully steal the wealth of the Ushiromiya family. Can you clearly prove that you are Ushiromiya Battler? Put a bullet in your mouth. Oh my god. Right here? Right now? Cut it out! Damn it! I am me! Ushiromiya Battler! If we're gonna doubt even that much, are you really Ushiromiya Rosa? I'm myself, no one else. Yeah, that's right. It's just as you said, the only ones you can trust other than corpses is yourself. Battler, quick, show her you have 6 toes like Grandpa. If you're gonna say that much, it's time I argued back. The door to Aunt Natsuki's room where George Aniki and the others died was locked. George Aniki was holding the key to that room, right? And by now, the only one holding a master key is you. Weren't you the only one who could have locked that room? My reasoning goes like this. You're in contact with the real culprit, and while I wasn't looking, you lent them one of the 5 master keys. I wouldn't do that! Oh, sorry, is that a valid defense now, you stupid fucking bitch? See, there are 5 of them here, right? As if that matters. You could have had them in a set. You could have had them set in a prearranged spot and then collected it back. And you weren't even the one. And weren't you even the one who said it was suspicious whether there were really 5 master keys? So how are you saying that someone other than yourself said that letter there? As long as you can't prove that, you're a wolf. Shut up! Then why don't you show me some proof? How do you say the culprit killed George Aniki and the rest in that locked room? How do they lock it?
This is awesome.
Absolutely and totally correct. Natsuki's room was exactly the same, just like you. I love how she can say just like usual. She has one move. The doors and windows were locked from the inside. There were no frauds or tricks, no means of secret passage, nor places in which to hide. I love it when Battler cries. He's such a crybaby. I love him.
I know, I love him.
This is the worst Ace Attorney game. It's definitely the hardest if you had to actually solve this shit. Goddamn. Natsuki's own key was in George's pocket and locked inside the room. That leaves only the 5 master key, and Rosa was holding all of them. And wait, why is Rosa in quotation marks here, dog? Why is Rosa in quotation marks?
I don't know.
Because Natsuhi isn't.
George
isn't.
I don't know.
Rosa. Oh, so maybe it's
Rosa.
Beatrice. Maybe she's Beatrice. Maybe Rosa's Beatrice.
Okay. Yeah, I think that might be what she's trying to imply.
And while I'm at it, the parlor's the same. The key to the parlor itself is sealed away in the servant room. So unlocking with anything other than a master key is impossible. The locked room definition of that room is the same as always. Come on! There's only one suspect now! Are you still playing dumb, Ushiromi, a battler? Shut up! You keep silent as well! You're the one who should keep silent. How did you say that letter was sent there by someone other than you? As long as you can't prove that, you're a wolf. If I can't be suspected, then you can be suspected. You tried showing me some proof. And then this is where it boils down to, like, I guess I'm just gonna shoot you now.
Yep.
Weren't you the first to enter the room and begin checking the windows? Oh, I love how, like, flustered she's getting, though.
I know.
Like, she's clearly been put on the back foot that this guy is, like, even trying to defend himself. Then you anticipate that I return to where I've been sitting before and secretly place the letter. I can also suspect that this is your trap, can't I? Why would I use a trap like that? Why would I not just shoot you? If I was a wolf, I'd shoot you with this gun without question. That's no reason! Maybe because you couldn't commit murder in front of Maria, you chose the roundabout way of setting a clever trap. All the master keys are in your hands. So this place and the room just a while ago are all you're doing, aren't they? If you can talk your way out of this, then let me hear your excuse. That's right, you've been suspicious from the start. Why is it that the sixth of the adults of the family conference were killed, and you were the only exception? Why are you the only one not in that chapel? There can only be one reason. You called Dad and the rest out there and killed them. Damn it! Damn it! That explains everything, doesn't it? Don't fuck with me! Don't fuck with me! Stop saying things that don't make sense! Why the fuck are we stuck on the wolf metaphor? Because the wolf metaphor has been like the theme of this whole chapter.
Yep. It's
this is the chessboard. This is the chessboard thinking of the previous chapter.
Mm-hmm.
I love it when they break down, because they all break down in such incredibly realistic ways.
I know, it's fucking awesome.
Like the way they repeat themselves and like the way they start just saying shit. Oh, it's so good. Stop it! You mustn't fight! Mama 2, Battler 2, stop it! Stop it!
Aww.
It's no one's fault. It's not Battler's or Mama's fault. The witch did all of this. She did it with magic. Social worker author guy has seen some shit. Yep. It's no one's fault. Maria thrust herself between me and Auntie Rosa, both of us incensed. I was taken aback by Maria's crying voice and returned to my senses. At that instant, I became filled with shame. And then Rosa shot Maria.
Oh my god.
Tears flowed from my eyes. That's right. It's all the witch's fault, isn't it? All this about keys and tricks and alibis. All of it was stupid. Even though it's the work of the witch, we weren't able to trust each other as fellow humans. Right, Auntie Rosa? From the beginning, it wasn't a human culprit, it was all the work of the witch. She's like, no, and then she shoots him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's no way you're the culprit. There's no way I'm the culprit, or Maria, or Genji-san, or anyone! Why has it come to this? Why am I screaming with Auntie Rosa, who I loved? Past tense. Past tense is very important. Why am I having this fight with the kind aunt who I loved? Why does everyone have to suspect each other? I'm not gonna doubt my auntie. I'm not gonna doubt anyone. It's all the work of the witch. It's all the work of Beatrice. It's all a crime that Beatrice committed with magic. Therese, please show yourself here and confess to us that you did everything. I've had enough already. I've had enough of doubting each other like this. So forgive us. Release us. Release us from this hell of suspecting each other until we see each other's deaths. Give me my kind relatives and cousins back. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it all. I forgot. Badler didn't see her directly abuse Maria in this timeline, right? No, he did a little bit. He did catch bits and pieces of it here and there. You definitely exist. You win. Show yourself. Oh, Beatrice. Beatrice.
Yeah. No, he's definitely part of this family.
Yep. I want Kinzo to like poke his head out. I was about to say, like, I want Kinzo to like kind of poke his head out of the office and be like, "Holy shit, I made it!"
Yeah, I was wondering when he was gonna be brought back up.
Am I still alive? Kinzo!
Yeah.
Kinzo seemed to have fallen into a doze at some point. He's like, I'm fucking sleeping. I'm not thinking. I'm just gonna think stupid. I'm sleeping. He searched for his spectacles and looked at the clock. It was 10 p.m. The ritual. I wonder, how far has it progressed? It must have progressed quite far by this time. Kinzo lifted his heavy body from the chair and approached the portrait of the witch that he gazed at every day. Badler and him are truly related. Very soon, I will be able to be reunited with your smile. It doesn't matter if I die. If I could just see your smile once more, I would gladly give this life of mine. So, I beg you, let me meet with you one more time. She's like, I'm going for the younger one who's calling me. Sorry, dog. Let me swear my love to you. Let me apologize for my crimes. And she backstabs so you can't see it. Fuck. But I won't let you escape. You are mine. From your hair to the tips of your toes to the dirt under your nails, you are mine. Kids, you gotta let go of these fetishes. Hair, toes, dirt. It's gross, man. Every fragment of your flesh is mine. Even the broth of your corpse is mine. Ugh. Ugh. I've never heard that before, and I don't care to hear it again. I won't let you escape. This time you won't spill from my hands. I'll make you mine for all eternity. I will never let you escape a second time. I will never let you escape a second time.
Guys, do you think he might let her escape a second
I don't know.
time?
Hey guys, I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, but I think Enzo likes Beatrice. I don't
Maybe
I
to
don't
like
know.
unhealthy degree, maybe.
I know. I mean, listen. Let's not go that far. Let's not. We need to see more before we can make that kind of a judgment. But
Sorry, I didn't mean to jump the gun.
Kinzo out enraged. Suddenly, yeah, no. Listen, I understand. It's not. Sometimes we just get excited with our theories, and we just jump ahead. Anyways, let's go back to how Beatrice, Shannon, and Cannon are all the same person, and they are somehow mind linked, and they're all expressions of each other's trauma.
Mildly.
That's the real shit. We can put this away. This is a little ridiculous. Kinzo howled in rage. Suddenly fell to his knees as he shook and scraped at the wall. It's not like he built a chapel that he never used to get married to her. That would be crazy. He would be a crazy person if he did that. In an instant, he had started sobbing. Baby chapel never used. That's wrong! That's not what I said!
頼む。もう一度会わせてくれ。謝らせてくれるだけでいい。
Apologize!
Oh my god. Wait, I just want to let you know.
This is my favorite.
That
This is the favorite voice acting I've done throughout this entire series, this game so far.
I have something to say about your voice acting.
Yeah.
I think like the pitch that you went for
It's
cry
like
in
the
voice acting,
exact same.
Discord couldn't pick it up.
Oh
Discord couldn't pick it
no!
up. So like on my side, it just looked like you got really silent. So I looked over at the stream and I just saw you crying, and I was like, ah.
Oh no! Dude, please tell me the stream picked that up, because I'm going to be really upset if the stream didn't pick that up. Thank God. Thank you,
I think it was just a
Dagger.
Discord thing. I was like, is that getting emotional over this?
I'm acting, Eddie. I'm putting myself in the shoes of my character. In this case, the loneliest, most pathetic man who's ever lived.
I was like, wow, he's been shocked in silence.
You are alone. You're fraud. I am his fraud.
お前が微笑んでさえくれれば
Just smile.
他には何もいらなかったんだ。私が間違えた。私がそれを間違えて。その
It's something I take back. In atonement, I have offered the remainder of my life in order to apologize to you. In order to atone for my sins, wait, this is lore. I should be paying attention to this and not just like having fun with like crying.
I'm dead.
Okay,
He's
so like
locking in.
he's wronged Beatrice. There's like the obsessive love, the delusion. Made a mistake, got it wrong, did something that cannot be taken back. Whole remainder of my life, in order to apologize to you and to atone for my sins, I have offered everything.
What you thinking, dog? I hear your
So,
brain working.
So you know how I was like, I'm trying to think of everything that I've kind of like thought of so far, like all my theories, all my whatever. And I'm thinking about like, remember when I said that I thought that Shannon had been sexually abused?
Mm-hmm.
Because of that flower metaphor?
I have not forgotten because you bring it up every Umineko stream.
I do. I think Kinzo, in like a moment of delusion where he's like completely taken loss of his senses, I think he may have sexually abused like Shannon or Shannon, which at one of whoever is like the quote unquote real one. Because like you have like the metaphor of like that sexual assault metaphor, this idea of like having been sexually abused too young. Hey, what's up, Landvidelto? I am talking about I am swinging wide with theories right now. I am going way too crazy. But I'm thinking about like my other thoughts about like how it seems like Beatrice and like Shannon and Shannon are connected in a way. Like where they're sort of like this expression of each other's trauma. It's like Cannon's like the anger that Shannon suppresses. Shannon is sort of like the day-to-day like face, this idea of like this quiet like trauma. And then Beatrice is like sort of the vengeance that comes through. It's like this idea of like taking your whatever. And then I'm like reading all this stuff about like, oh, I you can't escape your mind, like from every single bit of you is mine. Like, I won't let you escape a second time. I'm sorry, I got it wrong, I did something that can't be taken back. I'm going to give you everything I have in order to atone for my sins. I don't know. This is meshing in like a weirdly like fitting way, and I Kenzo, for your sake, buddy, I really hope this one I'm off on this one, because I knew you were a bastard before, but if this is the case, boy, the chair, to hell with you. Please, even if it is as I die, at least let me say one word of apology. Oh shit. As Kenzo shook and cried, behind his back, a butterfly appeared out of nowhere, like a flake of gold leaf, and softly fell down. Which episode are you? This is episode 2. I think like we're just hitting like the 9th twilight, so I think that we're pretty close to being done here. Like I think we're going to be getting pretty close to the beginning of episode 3 here in a second. I could be fucking wrong, but like that's how like the last chapter went. So we're gonna see. I went to clips of the voice acting near the Twitch as fuck with audio during clipping because it echoed and cut out a lot or something else went wrong during the recording. No! Shit! Son of a bitch! Oh well. Enzo, do you think a woman exists who wouldn't fall for a man's tears? Well, even if it wouldn't make a human woman fall for you, it might for a woman who is not human. Enzo, you remember the board position of our chess game, which we never finished. Enzo, as though he had suddenly remembered something, approached the chess set. The game he had been playing with Nanjo until yesterday remained there still. Episode 2 is the worst one for the question arcs, in my opinion. Yeah, I can definitely see where people have that idea, because it just does feel like, it feels like a weird rehash of 1 without enough setting it apart. Like, yeah, Beatrice is there, and like you get like the cool stuff with the anime sword fights and whatever. But like, Rosa is just like, what if Natsuhi was worse? The worst bad ending? Oh, well, I haven't seen that yet. I don't know what's going on there.
Shush, or else I'll kill you.
He wiped the pieces from the chessboard with a wide sweeping motion, began to line them up again one by one. It was a setup for a game in progress. Also, there's that bit, all that George content at the start of that, and boy, I tell you what,
that was awful.
That doesn't sour somebody. That
was
shit's
like literally
awful.
the worst part of this whole fucking episode, and it's like we've been hating on Rosa for like 9 days straight.
Hey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it, Lambda Delta.
Welcome.
That's right. Like this. I advanced my queen. It was a very spectacular move.
Yes, queen!
It might have been a little too intense for you. Weird. I deliberated whether you would throw away your piece or not. Deliberated and deliberated. And so waited with the opposite seat empty. Surely, very soon his opponent would appear there. We would be able to restart this game again. This episode 100% the worst, and I haven't seen anything after it. Thanks, Dagger. I appreciate it. It's good of you to back up what the people are saying. You fool, Kenzo. You want to apologize? You want to see my face again? You want to make my smile an eternal thing? Why can't you say a much simpler word? Even though that's the single element of the world. I maybe read that long. Even though that is the single element of the world. Okay, she's talking about love. At the time, Kinzo muttered. A prayer? An entreaty? It's probably best to just call it muttering. I have a YouTube channel dedicated to Higurashi and Umineko. You can find me slammed to Delta. Ah, neat. I will not be checking out your shit until much later.
I might.
I left because false accusations are a bit ooh for me. What the hell happened? Maria, Battler and Rosa crashed out. Maria had to intervene and get them to stop fighting. Then we cut over to Kinzo, like, screaming about how he wronged Beatrice at some point, and that he wants to apologize, and that he wants to make every scrap of her his, like, from, like, the hair on her head to the toes to the dirt under her fingernails. And I'm like... Ugh. And then I had, like, an insane, like, brain blast where I'm, like, putting, like, all of my shit together that I've had, that I thought of so far. Like this idea that, like, you know... I've talked about this a lot. I'm just gonna go ahead and summarize it real quick. So, like, you know, Beatrice, Shannon, and Cannon are related. There was that metaphor very early on with Cannon where it was like a rose that had bloomed too soon and had died because of it. Like, and then I took that to mean like some sort of like sexual assault or some sort of like sexual abuse when they were younger. Because the framing kind of lines it up directly with Cannon. And so then I came up with the wild swing of a theory, like, did like Kinzo in a moment of delusion like sexually abuse like Shannon or Cannon or whoever the fuck like they are, and like that's the source of like this whole fucked up like mentality they've got going, or like this split, like this source of trauma or whatever. And that's my theory. Anyways, Kinzo's putting together the last chess game that he and Beatrice played, and he's confessing. I love you. He says it's so funny. They were pure words, like something an innocent child would say, without any evil intent. You really are a fool, Kinzo. If you ever have the chance to do your life over again, know that those are the words that could never cause a woman to fall for you. Know that those words could never cause a woman to fall for you. Yes, not without a miracle. So this... Just then, Kinzo definitely heard a small knock with a different tempo than those of the servants. Who is it? The woman beyond the door didn't answer. I'm asking who you are! Will you not answer? The woman beyond the door didn't answer. Maybe I'm off with this, but I don't think Beatrice would be like so tender with Kinzo if that was the case. Maybe I swung a little too hard there.
You swung a little too close to the sun.
I swung a little too close to the sun. My bat melted. I might be walking that one back here in a little bit. Kinzo is extremely insult coded for a guy who had kids. A guy who had 4 kids. Why was your bat waxed at that? No, it just melted. It was steel. You put anything too close to the sun, it's gonna melt.
Yep.
I want to know who ever married him. Like, listen, somebody really wanted the money. His poor wife. Could it be? Oh, could it be? Beatrice. And then his daughter shoots him.
I mean...
They say it's so fun. One beyond the door answered. On the night twilight, the witch revives and none shall be left alive. Umineko no Nako Koroni, Rondo of the Witch and Reasoning. Oh, almost okay. Yeah, we're it's almost done.
Yep. So exciting.
Resurrection.
Are you excited?
Battler could be found in the dining hall. Did he get forced out too? God damn it!
I think he
Unable
might
to
have
summon the
slept.
will to return to the guest house in the middle of this raid, he had wandered half-heartedly around the mansion in search of a random place to sit, and then stationed himself in the dining hall. He hadn't bothered to lock it. He didn't think that maybe the shapeless murderer or the golden witch might come to kill him now that he was isolated. But he no longer thought about resisting that. Jesus, this is really fucking broke Battler.
Mm-hmm. It's sad.
On the contrary, he had no intention of blocking the culprit with a lock. He wanted that person to come at him openly, from the front. If it was a murderer, he thought he'd ask them to tell about some of those wonderful locked room tricks as a parting souvenir. And if it was a witch, he thought he'd ask her to at least take his life with some wonderful magic. However, ironically, neither of those two came to meet Battler. Battler opened the liquor cabinet on his own and enjoyed the liquor to his heart's content. You know what? I can't even blame him. It's been a fucking crazy 24 hours.
Yeah.
No longer was there anyone anywhere who would have a problem with him drinking alcohol. He boldly set both of his legs on the extravagant tablecloth and savored the high-quality liquor, which probably had a mind-boggling price, straight from the neck of his bottle. At that time, somebody knocked. Battler realized that he was about to meet his maker. Hey, it's not locked. Come in, whoever you are. Please, introduce yourself. If you're human, give me your name. If you're Beatrice, give me your 3 sauces. You know what, Battler? You're alright. You're alright, you son of a bitch. You might not believe this, but I'm a pretty well-known breast sommelier, you see. It's Genji, Battler-sama. This is embarrassing. Genji-san, huh? Sorry, I'm not interested in your bust size. Please come in, it's open. Excuse me. Genji-san opened the door and bowed. Genji-san was the culprit after all. Maybe an accomplice. That theory would probably explain most of the tricks. Did you come to give me my last rites? Nothing of the sort. I shall excuse myself if I am disturbing you. Wait. Excusing yourself without even telling me what you wanted would actually just be creepy. He's like, wait, no, hey, calm down. Sorry, listen, I'm doing a bit here. What's up? What do you need? What do you want? Please, let me do as I wish, at least in the very end. Battler Summer, is it truly your wish to spend the little time you have left in such an indolent fashion? Those words stung. Of course it wasn't. What can I do at this point? I'm ready to die at any time. Just like the master. Even Genji's like, man, you two are like way too similar. This is the Battler becomes Kinzo route. Indeed, you inherited the master's blood strongly. You mean to tell me the grandfather of that larger-than-life man was actually willing to die at any moment? God, I'm worried about Maria. Oh, absolutely, 100%. Yeah. I'm kind of like partially convinced that she might be dead already. First I've heard of that. Master's life, after a number of sad incidences, was completely reduced to a talk. What do you know? Or what do you know? Beatrice-sama's ritual has been entirely completed after the 8th twilight. I believe that I can now tell you everything. Holy shit, are we actually getting plot? Are we getting lore? What did you say? My drunkenness was completely blown away. He's immediately sober. I lowered my feet from the table and listened carefully to hear what kind of words Genji-san would say next. Battler-sama, I shall guide you to the master's study. It would probably be better to hear it directly from them. From them? Hey, what in the world do you mean by that? Come, this way. I shall guide you, Battler-sama. After Genji told me to follow him, he started to walk down the corridor. I sobered up completely and quit after him. I love how it was like he was just drunk enough to do like the 3 sizes bit. God bless.
I'm convinced he was sober for that.
Like he'd actually just like had one like sip of whiskey. He was like, oh, this is gross, and put it back down. It's like, I'm gonna act drunk though.
Yeah.
Climbed the big staircase towards the 3rd floor. Genji-san stopped walking halfway. He turned back and spoke. Battler-san, from here on, you will probably see things you will not be able to understand. Yeah! I love that! Don't try to intimidate me. I've already seen plenty of things I can't understand today. Please accept what you see as you see it, and what you hear as you hear it. Questions like why or what? There is no need for such things. Battler-sama, you will probably simply learn the truth. Whether to accept it, believe it, or even deny it are all choices I leave to you. 3rd one, do the 3rd one. Battler, do the 3rd one. Genji-san checked one last time to see whether I was prepared to learn the truth. The 8th twilight had already ended. On the 9th twilight, the witch revives, and then shall be left alive. It meant that Beatrice had already revived. And probably none of us would be allowed to return alive. If I was going to lose my life anyways, I wanted to know the truth in the end. It didn't matter how hard it might be to accept it. Yeah, even if a demon or a witch shows up, I'm prepared. You really are just like the master in his youth. Twitch just did a buffering thing on me, so I'm 100% betting the flipping issue was on Twitch connecting with my phone. Rest in pieces.
Why would Genji say that?
He's like, wow. You're just like the guy I was like devoted my entire life to back when he was younger. Thinking. Please be diligent in your studies. In the future, you will surely have great aspirations.
Girl, what future?
And make sure at that time you are not forced into a lifetime of regret by lack of academic knowledge. He's like, hey, you're alright. Hit the books. If I have a chance to work hard in my studies, then no problem. Genji-san's silence forced me to consider the resignation of mine more deeply. And we could see the door of grandfather's study, impregnated with a sweet smell. That's a phrase. That was phrased in a way that they chose. From his pocket, Genji-san withdrew a gold key and an elegant sign. The master keys had been confiscated by Enki Rosa. The key to the study alone he had kept with him. Put it in the keyhole and made a heavy clunking sound. My lord, it is Genji. I have brought Battler-sama with me. There was no reply, but it seemed the permission to go in had been given. Come, Battler-sama. Please enter. Yeah. In I go. Ridden myself and threw the door open. I'm so glad. I can't believe we have constantly been cock-blocked this whole time. Constantly. How could they do this? In that moment, I got slightly disoriented by the dazzling golden glow. It was somehow a swarm of butterflies, shining gold. The golden butterflies that were completely filling the inside of the study poured out all at once. I need a whole chapter of them just talking. I need them to be constantly sniping and, like wanting to hate fuck each other for an entire chapter. What the heck is this? It was almost like gold leaf confetti. The interior of grandfather's study was filled with golden glow. There were reception sofas and a table for guests placed in front of the study desk. I could see grandfather's back. There was someone on the side opposite from grandfather. There was shadows, so I couldn't see it well. My lord, I brought Battler-sama. Battler, was it? Is it? I'm busy thinking now. Be silent for a while. Kinzo declared that in displeasure, his back still turned. It seemed that he was enjoying playing chess with a visitor. Apparently the opponent had counterattacked with a superb move. Kinzo seemed to be enjoying himself as he thought deeply, while occasionally laughing and groaning. I thought for 30 years. I thought for 30 years about how to counterattack this move. Have fun. Have fun with the move I fermented for 30 years. Indeed, this is a deeply matured move. Imagine walking in and seeing your girlfriend, like, flirting with your grandpa. It's fucked up. Unbeatable! Unbeatable! what is this?
来たかバ
So you came, Battler.
しばらく
Wait just a moment.
金蔵のために
Be silent for Kinzo's sake.
まだリザインは
Isn't
早い
it too early to isn't it too early to resign,
わらわ
Kinzo?
ならもう
I can already
相当
counterattack for several
切り返せ
moves. It should have been my first meeting with that witch. However, I knew this witch. Even though it was our first meeting, I knew her from the portrait.
源氏
Genji,
バドラのため
serve
に
something for
飲み物
Battler.
この男に
What would be
呼び
most
ふさわ
appropriate
し
for
きや
this
つは
man? The same which the master has loved since the days of his youth.
それが良い
That is
振る
ideal.
舞ってやる
Serve it to
よ
him.
くぞ来た
You did well coming here, Ushiromiya
後ろ
Battler.
宮バトラまずは座れ
First, take a seat.
そなたは
You called my name
わらわ
many times, did you not?
それに免
In
じ
deference to that, I
わ
allowed you
ら
to
わ
meet
との
me.
面会を許した
Let's go get this boy some absinthe.
そしてお前は
So what will you ask of me?
何を
What
尋
will
ね
you
る
inquire?
黄金鏡の
The door to the
扉は
Golden
もう
Land will
じ
soon
き
be
魔
open.
女たちを
Soon we
迎
will
え
have a
入れ
banquet to celebrate my
わらわの
revival.
復活を
To which I
祝
will
う
be
歌に
welcoming
は
the
もう
witches.
それまでの
In the
間
meantime, I will be answering your
お前の
questions, as
問い
many
に
as you
い
like.
くらでも答えてやろう
I have a bunch of things I want to ask about. What happened on this island? And why did these incidents happen? I want to ask about the locked rooms, too. What about the chapel? What about Jessica's room? And the servant room? And then Natsuki's room? And the parlor? There were so many locked rooms! There were like 5 locked rooms! There were so many! Do you have another trick? Do you have any other move?
My last question. What the
There's
fuck?
more still I want to ask about the witch's true nature. Are you really a witch? What is your purpose? What do you want to make us do, and why did you call me here? Answer me about everything. Ah, be quiet! Shut the fuck up! I'm thinking! I think merely asking will get you answers, and then she's like, yes, actually, I will explain all of this.
Oh,
And he's
you
like,
really
oh.
noticed that Battler's suit is like more off-white than actually white.
Yeah. Especially when you compare it to his pure white, and then it's like the same. The undershirt's the exact same color, though.
Yeah, no, that's exactly the same.
Yeah.
I guess without the eagle, though, for Battler's
Yeah.
sake.
Well, and like Battler's got his hair that matches and whatever. It's a nice cream color, yeah.
そういう
Ah, don't say that, Kinzo. Like she's like, yes, actually. Don't say that, Kinzo. A fragile and fleeting spiderweb did protect from King Herod once. Just as there are no useless things in this world, there are also no useless questions. Very well, I'll answer all your questions. He's like, yes, actually, I will give you all these answers. And he's like, man, it was that easy? He's like, does she like him more than me?
I mean, Kinzo
Yes.
is kind of
条
old.
件が一つだけある
But I do have one condition. What is it?
全てを聞
Once you have heard everything, if you are satisfied of my existence, kneel and kiss my
わら
shoes.
わの靴にキスをせよお前を屈服
I
させ
called
た
you here because I wanted to make
わ
you
らわは
submit to
ここへ
me.
呼びつけたのだから
Kinzo's like seething with jealousy.
わらわと金
Kinzo
蔵
and
が
I
賭
made a
けをした
Hey, Sa.
金蔵が次
We
の
bet
手を
on which one would come
ひらめく
first. Kinzo's thinking of a new move for me forcing you to submit.
負ける気は
I
せ
don't
ぬ
I don't see myself losing. Damn you, talking so tough. Yeah, alright. Try to make me admit it. Yeah, I like how she immediately presses buttons like, kiss my shoe, and he's like, actually, I'd rather die than bottom. Try to make me admit that you're a witch and can use weird, awesome, and great magic. If I submit, I'll kiss your shoe no matter what else, or do whatever else you want. She's like, oh, he said it. Oh, I got it. I got him. Anything. He said anything.
He said
The-
anything.
The witch cackled gloatingly. Then she glared at him unpleasantly with an eye that said a man can't go back in his word.
よくぞ言った
Well
さ
said.
て
So, from what question shall I begin? I'll answer everything. Come, what will the first one be? Why could we have not had this the whole chapter? I hate you. I hate you, Ryukishio 7. How dare you blue ball us with this? Oh, okay, and that's it. That's the chapter. And the witch began to tell of everything. I gotta be on point. I remember the last time we did this, we did not have enough time. She started providing answers to all of Battler's questions. Everyone made logical sense, everyone satisfied, and Battler was forced to admit witches truly did exist. The rest is a story that need not be told. After toppling the king and resigning, all that remained is reflect upon one's moves and set the pieces up once more. Wow.
Nice art.
Second turn, second game, Turn of the Golden Witch result. Battler lost really hard. But your roommate Kraus died in the first twilight, chosen by the key of the Golden Land, all chosen by the key. What is the key to the Golden Land in this regard? Like what is the determining factor which determines the first 6 victims? Ushiro made Jessica based by the statue of Modius, the stake of Satan. I really appreciated how I spent all that time going like, I'm really glad lust is like lustful and it's not like inspires lust or whatever. And then like we get to the next one, it's like, no, they're all horny actually. Sorry. My guess is the demons funny. The witch Beatrice revived in the night twilight. She will finally opened the door to the Golden Land. Oh, it's the Golden Land. Hissing on the 10th twilight, except for the witch, prostrated himself and was invited to the Golden Land, denied the existence of the witch and was not invited, accepted the witch, and was invited to the Golden Land. Missing on the 10th, will he accept the witch and be invited to the Golden Land? It's time to find out! He's like, no. The witch had praised the wise and grant 4 treasures in the Golden Land. They choose to revive the souls of the dead and the love they possess. Because of what they desire, it can no longer be gained from a mountain of gold, no matter how high. Kenzo, his lost loved one. For Maria, the lost love of her mother. For Genji, a peaceful sleep. Jesus Christ.
Damn, Genji.
Rest in peace, Beatrice. May your slumber never be disturbed again.
It is funny that Rosa did not accept her.
Yeah, since whether the Golden Witch Beatrice, since of the 18, none saw the riddle of the golden time, all 18 died. With a single cried, none were left alive. Man.
The toilet demon human?
The what? Nandra died not just from a knee wound, but from a knee wound inflicted by the toilet demon. Oh, Belphegor? Yeah. Belphegor in SMT games is like depicted as a toilet because of like a pun. It's depicted as like a demon sitting on the toilet. Wow. Tea party time.
Let's see.
Oh, minutes to midnight. Oh god, I can't wait. Where are you, Beatrice? Show yourself! I killed my daughter! Rosa finally arrived at the chapel. She pointed the gun around her, screaming the witch's name, but there was no way there would be an answer. After grimacing slightly, she noiselessly approached the table where her siblings' corpses were still exposed and stretched out her arm towards the gold ingots. They were very heavy, but Rosa paid that no regard. She wrapped one of them in a blanket and slung it over her shoulder. At least... genuinely kill yourself.
Yep. Yep.
What the fuck is wrong with her?
Right?
I'm checking character sheet. Spend the last moments with the man she loved. The chef's goose was cooked. Finished us up the 8th twilight as well. Finishes up the 2nd, okay. Just this one should be worth than 10 million. Rosa did not part with her gun either, carrying the gold in addition to it. Her shoulders were screaming, but Rosa didn't care.
Oh boy.
It will happen very soon. Very soon, the door to the Golden Land will open. Stop laughing with that creepy voice! Where's Beatrice? Yes, I know it. She's around here somewhere, isn't she? You know, right? Where? I don't know. Even if you don't search for her, you will meet her in the Golden Land. Ow! Stop that laugh! Ah, it almost makes me want to laugh! That's right. That definitely was a witch. That was definitely a witch. Definitely a witch. I didn't understand. I thought it was a human calling herself a witch. I was wrong. It really was a witch. Didn't accept Beatrice. I won't be fooled by a thing like that. You're there, aren't you? Come out, show yourself! I told you, she'll appear very soon. The door to the Golden Lamb will be open. I can't believe she went for the gold. I'm so fucked up.
Yeah.
What the fuck do you mean she did that?
Yeah.
Of course. That's what I should have done. I don't care, I shall throw away the rook. You, woman, are the king, who can't even be reached without the resolve to lose everything one has. I'll corner you, Beatrice. You're losing it, old man. At least call me a queen.
Queen never cry.
So Shannon's the main one, is what I'm getting from the. So Canon is the main one, is what I'm getting from this. Is like the original. Calling Beatrice a king. This is me joking. Please don't take this seriously. I'm fucking.
No,
around.
I know.
Why? I don't know. Maybe it's just this particular sprite of Kinzo's, but why is his nose so fucked up?
What do you mean?
It looks like someone took a finger and like pressed in on the bridge of his nose, like right here, and it dented him.
It is a little bit like that. Listen, drawing old guys in anime when all you do is draw anime girls is hard.
Oh, what a brilliant move. Tenacity is in the Ushiromiya's blood. How pleasant. Truly an elegant night. My lord, Beatrice-san, will soon be time for the banquet. Already? That's fast. Every night I pass with you goes by fast. The moon falls like an apple, and the sun rises like a small fish leaping out of the river.
Kinda gay if you're saying that.
Oh, that's the Sweet Fish River. Fuck. The sun is the Sweet Fish River. Shall we go? It's time. Stand, Babel. This beginning of the banquet to celebrate my revival. I'll introduce you as my new furniture. No, as my toy. We get it, lady. You like force doming like young men to the dignitary among women. It should have been me, not him. It's not fair. It's not fair. The witch was relaxing elegantly, her feet thrown out from her sofa and sitting on top of a footrest. However, the footrest wasn't a part of the sofa. It was a human, which was down on all fours. Damn, get fucking owned. Beatrice-sama, you're so dressed. You're a guest of honor, but I am the host. I will go up first. It would have been nice if Shannon were here to help dress you, but unfortunately it seems that she no longer remains. She's never around when I want to use her. Oh, gross. Gross. Completely useless. Feeling a lot more confident about my theory. A lot less happy about that than I would have thought.
That you sound like Battler.
I mean, that's the game, right? You're supposed to be playing as Battler.
Yeah.
However, you did well to remain
realize.
here. I'm happy, my friend. I'm grateful for your words. Good. Wait downstairs, you two. Genji, good work. Set the dress down over there. Certainly. Well done, my lord. We will go first. Beatrice, I will see you later. Indeed. Genzo and Genji left the study. She just looks over at Battler. Put on the dress. After that, only the witch and the dress and the furniture remain. You know why I'm not embarrassed to show myself to you naked. Oh shit. It's because you're furniture. Furniture. Understand? Furniture. Just furniture. Who would feel shame at exposing their body to furniture? She is absolutely getting off on this. I have never
Yep.
seen someone get off harder to this.
Yep.
Well, there's no reason to be ashamed because of you. The witch stood up and removed her jacket just at the shoulders. The jacket slumped down at the back. When the furniture respectfully approached to pick up the clothing, the witch gave it a small kick and fell over. The furniture was afraid of what misconduct it had shown. You, as furniture, plan to force me to unbutton myself. Oh, Jesus. Stand and undo the buttons. Battler standing like, I think I have COVID. One by one, carefully. Oh my god. Quickly, beautifully, with no mistakes. The guests are being kept waiting. Change my clothes quickly. Yes. I don't know if you can, like, this is just like him losing, right? This isn't like the game is going to continue. He just lost. Undo them carefully. Those buttons are each worth more than one of your eyeballs. If you accidentally tear one off, I'll sew an eyeball of yours in its place.
Fuck yes.
Oh, wow. No table. The entrance hall was bustling with a large number of figures. It was sparkling gold with the gold butterflies flying around. Gentlemen in suits and tuxedos and ladies in dresses that looked like they were having a great number of friendly chats. At a glance, it might have looked like a fabulous medieval ball. They had all one thing in common, and that thing was exceedingly bizarre. Because all of them had goat heads. It's impossible to tell whether it was a goat masquerade or whether they really had goat heads. The latter was a ridiculous notion, but in this bizarre world, there were serious doubts about which was true. Oh wait, I actually do want to see Rosa get her comeuppance. Yeah, I do also want to see that. He lost, but Betty is horny, so they had to show that part, yeah. Kenzo was amongst those goat nobles, greeting them. Each one of them seemed to have been an honored guest, and Kenzo greeted them more respectfully than he could have ever imagined from his normal demeanor. Than ever could have been imagined from his normal demeanor. At that time, Genshi's voice rang out through the hall. It was a voice calling for silence. That voice stopped the calls of idle chatter, and everyone turned to face Genshi. Tonight marks the entrance of our Golden Witch, who has achieved her revival, the Lady Beatrice. I ask all of you to join me in welcoming her with your applause. Genshi began to applaud. It quickly spread through the guests and became thunderous applause. And the Golden Witch appeared at the top of the large staircase. She gracefully waved her hands as she slowly descended the staircase with her preferred furniture in tow. Goat nobles offered unanimous words of celebration in some long-forgotten language. And with those of whom she was closely acquainted with embraced her, filled with joy at their reunion. As the witch offered greetings of reunion, the witch's furniture followed behind her the whole time. There was a chain around its neck. It was gripped in the witch's hand like it was a trained dog. My ear girl only lets me out to post, like, great selfie queen, I love you, and then puts me back back in my cage. The chain wasn't there to restrain it. The only purpose of the restraining device was to injure the furniture's dignity. It wasn't permitted to wear anything else on its body? This is hornier than, like, actual porn VNs.
I've been waiting for this
Yo,
for so long.
Yo, this is crazy. One of the young woman goats mixed in with the goat nobles. Softly removed her... Hey, bird! What's up? So... I want her to, like, look at Battler and be like, literally not even one loop. You didn't even get one loop in. What the fuck is wrong with you? I helped you? You fucker? So softly removed her goat mask as the furniture passed in front of her and spoke with eyes that had no light in them. The face looked like it belonged to a long-haired young girl. Ooh. Holy shit, dude! Like, I almost feel like, am I allowed to show this?
God bless America.
God bless. Holy shit. Coward, show us the crack.
Oh,
Lady how pitiful. Oh, Lady Berncastel. Welcome. Do you like my furniture? Good taste. What is this angle? After saying only that, the witch called Berncastel once again put on her goat mask and was swallowed up in the shadows of the other tall goats. Oh, a new one.
Yeah.
Sore loser. She's irritated. You're right. The young woman giggled, and the witch once again let out a high-pitched laugh. Thank you for gathering here for my sake tonight. Why don't we enjoy the fullest this banquet of the witch, where old friends have gathered from the past and present, east and west. Come, tonight we will eat all night, drink all night, slurp all night, and shoot a bits all night as we enjoy ourselves. Look at the clock. It shows the time when the ending hour and the beginning hour melt together. Come, let us begin the banquet of the witch. With the witch proclaiming the sound of the beginning of the banquet, the large clock pointed to 2400, or 12 o'clock, or midnight. Pointed to midnight, and the sound of a bell began to ring out loudly. Now is the time. Open the golden door. Hope she's missing from the painting. That'd be pretty fun. I can only imagine people's reaction when they got to this for the first time and they realized just everything that was happening, and they're just like, what the and then like everyone immediately began to be like, so we need to write the nastiest, filthiest smut we've ever written in our entire lives, right? Like this needs to be
feeling?
like raw. Next question. All at once, the golden butterflies leaped in gold and flew all around the inside of the room. Amidst the golden storm and the brilliant gold-colored lights, the cross-section joining this world and a different world was cut open. Amidst the goats' delighted voices, the mansion of the human world and the mansion of those not human overlapped. And in the form of the golden butterflies, all the folks who praised the resurrection of the Golden Witch poured out of the depths of hell. It was a golden tornado, a rondo of golden demons. Come, tonight we'll put aside rank. Throw wide open the wine cellar. Drop the snake's head into the liquor pot. Throw cows and chickens into the furnace alive. Drink and eat and sing and dance. Sneer and kill and desecrate, degrade. Kinzo, what is like the emotion in your heart as you see Beatrice parading your naked grandson around this room full of demons?
You don't give a fuck about him, to be honest.
You and Eddie and an anime slushie with Cuban Fiend. I need an anime slushie where you guys start when you're done with Umineko. I'd be down. Does everyone have the one wing motif? Only the people who
Not
are
everyone.
Only those who are like trusted to bear it by the Yoshiromiya family, like the furniture servants, direct descendants of Kinzo, and yeah, I think that's about it.
That's it, basically.
Yeah,
It's a very small group.
Yeah. Take me to the Golden Land now! To the Golden Land! Yo, he's going for it. Goddamn. The goat nobles were suddenly crushing in around Kinzo. Almost like they were kids demanding the autographs of some famous movie star. There were two differences. First, they were witches, not kids. Second, what the witches demanded were not autographs. Kinzo began to drown in the sea of goat nobles. Only Kinzo's laughing voice echoed throughout the area. Oh, shit. Yeah, alright, that's fair.
Goodbye, Kinzo.
It was a grand mixture of laughter and his death throes. And Kinzo became wine and meat and bread. An aroma if slurped, a rich taste if not, and a pleasant to tear to bits. The voice of his death throes lingered on sweetly. Adorned with melted chocolate and silver dragees, it would make a wonderful dessert. If you took the bones home, you could also use them for a soup. The remains could even become toys for the children to play with. They could also become good tools for fortune telling that would always give him his fortune. The entire scene was watched by the piece of furniture. It was all fantastical, it was all demonic. It was the quaking of its heart, which should have been paralyzed, proof that it could still feel fear. Just then, its knees buckled, and the furniture's body tumbled onto the center of the carpet, because the witch had kicked those knees from behind. Kneel and show your respect. Rub your forehead against the carpet and show how vulgar you are. Jesus. Join your hands together behind your back and swear that you will offer all your flesh and blood to me. The piece of furniture let out a painful voice. Fear is the most primal emotions humans have. It was that emotion reviving his sense of self, which should have already been killed. So, you are still far from being appropriate for my furniture. Good! I will carefully make you into the kind of furniture I like, the kind appropriate only for me. I suppose the best you can do for now is simply entertaining the guests. The oath nobles were surrounding the cowering furniture. It seemed that their blazing, blood-red eyes couldn't hide their ecstasy at this new young food that they had been given. Oh, neat. Look from their mouths, which had protruded countless ugly teeth, saliva, or maybe traces of the meat and wine they had just eaten trickled down. As the piece of furniture let out a wild scream, it retreated, still sitting on its backside. But the circle of goat nobles was closing in. The piece of furniture looked at the witch's face, stared at her face one final time, believing that because it had submitted to the witch, she would show it some mercy. There was nothing but scorn in the witch's face, and she wasn't even facing him anymore. The witch went off to greet an honored guest with whom she had crossed gazes. The goat nobles looked down upon the furniture. They were in fact waiting. Just like how one must remove the cork in order to drink champagne, before bringing the offering served at the banquet to their mouths, they were waiting for one of those. Of course, the furniture didn't know what that was. It would come out of his mouth all by itself. In the same way that there is always a pop when a cork is removed, it too would certainly leave his mouth. A scream. It was a sign that the modest banquet at which he was to be served had begun. Yo, he be moaning on that shit silly style.
You know that one Golden Boy clip where he's like swimming?
Imagine voicing this in the booth. Holy shit, yeah.
So, how did I do?
Did you like my swimming? So, like, I'm just imagining all the people writing smut after this chapter came out was just looping this over and over and over in their ears the whole time.
Probably.
Yeah, gotcha. Leon Kennedy levels, absolutely. That was incredibly slutty. Wait, what's happening to Battler here? Don't worry about that. Gapu, excuse me. Gapu Gyu Ki Gyu Ki Byorgyu. Well, that was unfortunate. So that didn't seem like it went too well for Battler. I mean,
No,
listen, I don't want to be too presumptuous here, but by now the rose garden was a garden of roses and gold. Gold-colored garden, gold butterflies, gold. Where gold butterflies, gold fairies, gold lizards rampaged and flew about wildly. Maria, hurry! Girl, you don't want to go in there. Run! Hurry, hurry, hurry! Holding onto the gun and the blanket wrapping the ingot, Rosa ran at a speed Maria couldn't catch up with, sometime pausing to call out at Maria to run faster. Therefore, she saw it every time. She saw the golden pursuers chasing them from the mansion. A massive gold butterfly was chasing them like a massive crawling hand. horrifyingly strange-looking shadowy figures with goat heads were chasing after them. There was no need for her to strain her eyes, because those blazing pupils told her what would happen if she was captured. Mama, wait! Wait! Maria tripped over. Rosa, ashamed that for just an instant she had entertained thoughts of abandoning her daughter and running away, kicked back against the ground and instantly reversed direction. As Rosa's own child tried to stand, the goat head that had sprinted over to get the first bite grabbed a fistful of her hair and pulled her up from the back. Rosa ran with the goat head with her shoulder, spun around, bashed the back of her elbow against the goat's jaw, and buried her knee in the protrusion. Jesus, alright, full combo. Then she thrust the barrel of the gun inside the goat head's mouth as it doubled over from the pain in its gut. Just try laying one finger on Maria in front of me. That's my job! I'll show you just how lukewarm the hell you came from is. This would be such a hard line if she didn't regularly beat her child. The blast from the .45 caliber long cold bullet exploded inside the goat head's throat, and its medulla oblongata was instantly pulverized. The goat head couldn't understand. They thought the women were like already open wine bottles. Thought that they were wine bottles, and turning them upside down would immediately cause their deep red contents to come out. Released, Maria flung her arms around Rosa. But the pursuers were still coming. They could see the giant goat heads, who had given up even pretending to be human, running towards them from across the rose bushes. Rosa had spilled several extra bullets, which had been in the pocket of her coat, all over the place, and told Maria to pick them up. Yes. Pick up. Maria, if Mama falls down, run. Go to the shore, and swim, and swim, and swim. There's no place on this island where we can survive. No! Stay together with Mama! I do appreciate that they're including the sound of the lever action, like going off there. It's good. Rosa's gun roared 4 times, and even though she really did land 4 shots in the chest of the massive approaching goat, it didn't even flinch. The goat ran with a violent vigor, as though it planned to crush Rosa Maria with its massive body. Put the bullets in, quickly! Rosa grasped the blanket with the ingot in both hands, and she herself sprinted at the goat, dragging the ingot along behind her, without even an ounce of fear of that strange-looking giant. It's to protect my daughter, I'll overcome even hell. I'll show you what a golden dream looks like. Rosa's roar, the goat's head roared. The terrible heavy ingot, after picking up a terrible centrifugal force and speed, slammed in the goat head's cranium. Rosa pulled a fountain pen from her pocket, but she held it crooked. She placed it in her palm, and the gap between her middle finger and ring finger stuck out when she made a fist, almost like it was a stinger throwing it. He jabbed that stinger into the left eye of the goat head as its head toppled forward. Was the goat head's roar a scream? But Rosa's roar was different. She pulled her back her fist and slammed it into the fountain pen that was still sticking to the goat head's eye. This is fucking cool as shit. I still can't get that line I had said earlier about this would go so hard if she didn't regularly beat her own child.
I think it still goes kind of hard.
Oh no, it still goes hard. But like, if only I didn't have that caveat. The pointed tip was gouged destructively into the depths of its head. Mama, bullets in! God, I wish this scene was animated by a competent animation team that was paid well. That'd be sick as shit!
Yep.
Bullets in, good job. As I grabbed the gun Maria had thrown, I finally heard the thunderous crash of the giants tumbling into earth. However, at the same time, I saw the goat-head pursuers on the other side of the rose bushes increase in number. Gained some distance, more than enough now. Holding onto the gun and the blanket wrapped around the ingot, I once again ran with Maria. Why am I running with a gun in my right hand and the gold in my left? Why don't I free one hand and grasp Maria's hand? I can't let go of the gun that protects my body. I can't let go of the gold that protects my future. And yet I would let go of the hand of my daughter, who is my very future? Run. Run, run. She got out of those rose garden and began to run down the staircase of the grove of trees. Roses knew. This path through the grove was only turning and twisting many times to make it seem long. She tore straight through it. She always played here since she was a kid, so she knew. To the beach, to the beach, to the sea, to the sea, to the sea. And after reaching the sea, nothing to do but swim, swim, swim. If Maria can't swim, I'll carry her as I swim. There is nothing but death on this island. Mama! She raced down the stairs. She took a bad step. A violent pain ran up her left ankle, and her mind went completely blank. Rosa fell down several stairs and stared at the shock at her ankle, which was bent at an odd angle, and the blanket with the ink wasn't there. She had let go of it the instant she fell, and it disappeared somewhere into the darkness. Only the gun was left. The tremors in the earth were getting closer. It was only a matter of time before the goat had flooded in. She didn't want to imagine how many there would be, or how strange they would look. The lightly dancing gold pursuers arrived. The gold butterflies surrounded Rosa and Maria, sparkling and clamoring as though to say, "The prize is here! The prize is here!" Rosa couldn't even try to get up. The violent pain from her broken ankle was so great that she couldn't ignore it, even in her last moments. Ah, what am I doing? I had the gold, it would have been worth several million yen. Might have been able to start over with that. And yet I fell and lost it, and that's not all. My own life is in danger. Even Maria's life is in danger. What has my life been? I was born in an incomprehensible house, with an irritating older brother and sister that since the day I was born. What did I do? No matter what I did or didn't do, I was always in trouble and bullied and made fun of. What has my life been? The roar inside Rosa's heart shriveled away and disappeared. It disappeared when she listened to Maria's crying voice as her daughter sobbed and clung to her. Maria. Mama remembers that there's something she has to do. Please go on ahead. No, 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 no! Want to be with Mama. Don't want Mama to die. Maria, even though I'm such a bad Mama, you still say you want to be with me? Yes. I want to be with Mama. I want to be with Mama. I made it look like I was putting you first, but I was always putting you off. I went to your sports day, I went to Parents' Day, but I was always thinking about how I appeared to the world, and you were never in my eyes. Are you saying that you want to be together even with that kind of Mama? Even though I've been such a bad Mama. Hey, Mama, did you know? There's only one Mama in the world. There's no good Mama or bad Mama. Oh man, this is actually gonna get me. Oh boy. There's just one Mama. So the only one is for Mama, the only Mama in the world to be here. And I want to become the only Maria for Mama. The Maria who's in a good mood that you want to spoil, and the Maria who's a nuisance and you don't want to be around, aren't different people. I'm also just one Maria. But the scary Mama and the nice Mama are just like that. To me, there's just one Mama. Oh. I was such an idiot. I didn't need gold. I think I just pulled your hand. I was such a stupid Mama. The shadows of the goats covered the sky even more than the trees of the forest. Their roars blotted out the world with fear. Rosa, still hugging Maria, readied her gun with one hand. Maria, let's go together. Always together. But Mama doesn't lose her way. Always together. Yes. We'll see each other soon. Always together. We'll see each other in the Golden Land. And then we'll play together. Play with the wolves and sheep. Play with the wolves and sheep puzzle. Still haven't solved more than one question, Mama, but I solved them all. So I'll be a questioner. She had brought that as a birthday present and hadn't played with Maria after that night. Yes, let's play together. I promise. Those eyes, sparkling with red hot lava, just like a group of fireflies. They danced, closed in, and attacked. Whoever wants to eat these bullets Maria chambered for me, step forward! Damn! Alright! Oh my god, that was such a good scene. Holy shit. Rosa's still a crazy, stupid bitch. But man, that was a cool fucking sequence, and that part of the end, like I was tearing up. I was like genuinely tearing up. That fucked me up a little bit.
No, I love the ending of this episode. I think this
It's-
episode's kind of rough to go through, but I felt like the ending is just like so worth it.
Mhm. Oh shit.
Also,
Okay.
the song is so bitchin'.
it slaps so goddamn hard. All right, so next is like the new tea party.
Yep.
All right, and then we'll do that next time because it's 12:30.
Yay!
Yeah, we did it. We beat chapter 2. Finally, the
Yay!
evil of the George intro is defeated.
We have the worst intro and a pretty solid end.
Yeah. God, that middle bit can be kind of painful just going through all this stuff with like the Rosa and just you can't trust anyone. I'm like, oh, come on.
Oh
hey,
my
you stayed
God.
up all night on a weeknight. Yay.
I
All right.
know.
Yeah, we're very proud of you. All
I
right,
must
let's
rise.
see. Must rise.
Okay,
Oh,
good night,
Saints-
Tiger.
Yes, Sane's still going. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and rate Sane.
Yippee!
Yeah, Sane __.
Queen
All
never
right.
cry.
Queen never cry. All right, thank you guys so much for coming and joining us. We'll go ahead and see you guys later. Don't know exactly when the next stream is going to be, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we
Anyways.
always do.
In the meantime, you guys go say hi to Sane for us. Be good, have a good time. Good night.
Bye bye.